Hey everybody, welcome into Lettermen Row. I am Austin Ward, joined as always by my good friend Zach Boren, talking about Ohio State, the Silver Bullets, and it's the week of the game, so I don't even really need to kick it off. I know you're already fired up.
Oh, big time, man. I cannot wait. You come off a top 10 win, and now you're playing in the game, the week. It's time for war, man. This is the best week in all of sports. Doesn't matter. Yankees, Red Sox, Bama, Auburn. None of that matters. The biggest rivalry and the greatest rivalry in all of sports is this week in Ohio State and that team up north.
And it's Ohio State linebackers that determine it, isn't it?
It is. I mean, come on. This is the game that as an Ohio State linebacker you live for, right? Yes, Penn State, Wisconsin are great, big-time matchups. You know you're playing the run. But come on, in this game, everyone runs faster, hits harder. I mean, you just bring the juice a little bit more in this game. And as a linebacker, hey, you're running around and you're bringing the pain every single play.
And they've been it's an understatement. We've talked about it all year, the dramatic improvement, the turnaround. But I thought Saturday against Penn State was a chance where they really showed it. You said a top 10 matchup, and every linebacker on the roster made a play.
They did. Everyone was making plays. You go from Justin Hilliard to Malik Harrison, right? Tough, Pete Warner. I mean, all those guys got in there, made plays. Everyone knew that they were flying around with the football, and they made the presence. Even Baron Browning getting in there, hasn't played in a couple weeks, came back, had a great game, got in on a couple tackle for losses, couple sacks, right? He is so good, too, from an athletic standpoint. He brought a whole different atmosphere or a whole different dynamic to this game, and I think you're going to see that go against Michigan as well because you're going to see Shea Patterson trying to be mobile, trying to run the quarterback, especially after what we saw against Penn State with them having some success with the mobile quarterback.
All right, big-time work from the top-ranked defense in the country. They've got a big one coming on Saturday, obviously in the Big House. Zach's going to break down what they did against Penn State, how that might translate to Saturday right now. Let's roll the tape. All right, Zach, we're not just going to focus on one linebacker as we talked about here. All of them had a big impact in this win over Penn State. I know this is one guy, too. Maybe we need a Pete Warner BuckIQ, but this is just one example of a great season he's having.
I mean, I love this play, right? You're going to see cover one again. You saw this matchup all day long. Pete Warner and their tight end, right? You see the two linebackers here. They're dead dogging right here. So the linebackers are me, you on this back, right? Back stays in the block. You're going to see him trigger and come on kind of delayed blitz. The other one's responsible for the quarterback. You see him come. They're both coming right here, bringing pressure. And Pete Warner, what a play right here. Look at this. Dead dog, bam, perfect. Hey, that's when you go, hey, I'm kind of on a suicide mission. Let's go hammer this offensive center and just try and get into the quarterback's face.
I mean, this shows you how much faith Ohio State has in Pete Warner. Right? People, if they forgot or they were blaming him for playing poorly a year ago when Billy Davis was around, messing up the linebackers, wake up. Look at what this guy's doing.
I mean, it's so good. And you look at man coverage. We kind of saw this when he got beat on the touchdown. You can see he's got inside leverage. When you're playing man coverage, you always want to sit on this inside shoulder. Do not sit on the outside because then you give him the inside release. You always sit on this inside shoulder, and then when he breaks out, you break out with him, play underneath it, and this is what you see. This is perfect, right? Everyone's going to say, oh, there's space. Guess what? It takes time for the ball to get there. You see him. Perfect, puts his helmet in there. Sometimes you'll see a punch. Guess what? Is on him right away. Guy, incomplete pass. Perfect play.
Looks a little bit like something he did last year against Michigan. Could be something to watch again this week as they match up in the game. That's Pete Warner, but everybody else got involved here too. We could go through maybe 6 different linebackers the way they played here. Malik Harrison, Tough Borland, both in on this one.
They did, and it's funny. We're picking this good play, right? Because we saw this same game from the defensive line when they got beat for another touchdown early on in the game. Look, you're going to see the whole defensive line slant here. You're going to see the linebackers play up over top because they got to fill in the gaps here, right? Tough is coming. Malik Harrison's coming. Pete Warner's playing this backside, right? Staying on the outside shoulder of the back, cupping everything in. Guess what? Malik Harrison's great with his hands. Don't leave Chase Young unblocked.
My goodness. Number 2 is pretty good, too.
What are you doing, right? But, hey, Malik Harrison's doing his job. Tough Borland's getting in here. This is a perfect defense. You saw when Penn State scored earlier, Baptiste missed the tackle right here. Chase Young plays this absolutely perfect. Linebackers are physical, keeping outside contained. You couldn't play that any better.
Yeah, and having number 2 out there, that's obviously a game changer for anybody. We could have made another clip for this guy and got you fired up again. 3 more sacks. The point is, he's not doing it alone. You look at the way the linebackers are flowing. Obviously, you're getting help from the secondary. It's not just Chase Young. I think even as good as he's been, this is a good reminder of what those guys at the second level are doing.
Yep, I couldn't agree with you more. Watch this. He comes out. Cornell's coming out, right, playing contained. Pete Warner got to stay on this shoulder of the running back, right? He's cupping everything in. Tough is kind of playing it, right? He's staying on this shoulder. Chase Young staying here in the middle, reading it. Malik Harrison's playing up over top and keeping contained. So you've got contain. Pete Warner's playing on this shoulder of the running back. Tough is reading it, playing on this shoulder of the running back. Chase is your read guy, right? Playing it, and Malik contain. This is perfect.
You have nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Perfectly defended. That was kind of the theme for most of that game. There was that one stretch in the third quarter where Penn State got some stuff going, but this was sort of the way it looked the rest of the day. Penn State was not driving the field on Ohio State.
Not at all. This goes back to that cover one look, right? Matchup, right? These two linebackers right here. You got Baron Brown and Malik Harrison. Hey, it's me, you on the back, right? He's green dogging this guy, so Malik is responsible for him. Baron Browning, hey, quarterback, right? He's going to go up, show rush, be able to give these guys one-on-one blocks so the center can't go back and pin on anyone else. Then guess what? Maybe he's playing a little game here, comes up over top. There you go. Chase Young's running after him. Baron Browning's going after him. I mean, this is it's perfect again, right? You see this? Perfect.
Yeah, and Browning, it's like he could make a lot of plays just by filling to the outside here. If Chase Young's coming here, where are you going to escape? You're going to run right into Baron Browning.
You can't go anywhere, and you still got Malik Harrison, right? You see that late trigger, right? He brings that other defender. He sees it. As soon Malik Harrison's reading the running back here. That's it. If he sits the block, as soon he triggers, brings another person. So guess what? Instead of this running back chipping on Chase Young, he's got to go up and get on Malik Harrison. And you see Zach Harrison kind of spy out, which is why you see that game with Baron Browning coming over top. But this is a perfect defense. Everyone asks, how does Chase Young get on his own? It's because of this cover one that they're playing, because they've got linebackers that can play one-on-one man coverage. This running back you teach, Green Dog, I got to check my linebacker first. Once he triggers, I can't help out here and chip. I have to step up and get on my linebacker.
Yeah, and it's almost unfair with all that athleticism. One more before we get out of here, and Zach could probably talk for an hour about the linebackers on Saturday. I don't think there's anybody on the field felt better for than Justin Hilliard to make a play in this game after all the injuries and 5 years of work here.
5 years of work, big-time game, right? 28-17, you got to make a play right here. I mean, my goodness, this was a great play, right? For him to be able to recognize this, they're in this little jumbo set. You saw us go into this 4-4 kind of look when they brought the two tight ends in, right? Listen, you're reading it, you're coming downhill. They've been kind of hitting us on that read option, on that run. Guess what? He sees his pass, goes back, plays up off of it, makes a pick right there. I mean, that's all about reacting and knowing what you're seeing. I mean, that could not be a better play from Justin Hilliard.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it was the greatest throw, and there's some coverage coming on both sides
no
here.
Doubt.
But if he lops it up there, that could be over Hilliard's head. If he's not aware, that could be, who knows how that
could be.
turns out.
And if Hilliard's not here, right, he's going up playing the run, sees everything unfold, drops back off it. And hey, listen, if Pete Warner goes for the interception with pass deflection and somehow misses it, guess what? He can catch this and go for a touchdown, right? I mean, you've seen plays like that, especially when it's man coverage. There's times where guys just miss, right? Go for the interception, go for the big play, don't get it, and it ends up burning you.
All right, 4, 5, 6 linebackers making plays for Ohio State. Nobody loves that any more than Zach Boren. Great to have him breaking it down for us on Lettermen Row BuckIQ. It's the week of the game, so he's going to be back hopefully talking about
big time. It's time for war.
There it is, right? It is time. Get that Mickey Marotti impression going?
Yeah,
all right.
No doubt.
I can't do it. I've never been in a locker room. I can't do it. Zach Boren. I'm Austin Ward. It's the week of the game. Follow us along all week at LettermenRow.com.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe below to get the latest videos from Lettermen Row.
We got Letterman Live. We've got the practice report. We got rapid reaction. Hey, and we got BuckIQ with Zach Boren.
For sure. We got recruiting breakdowns with Berm. We got whatever you need. Ohio State football and Ohio State athletics, we've got you covered here at Lettermen Row.